pleasure and privilege to be with Sarah, Breen, Lovett. I've wanted to introduce you for a while.
Yes.
I love your work. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You curated with some other people.
Yes.
What was the whole idea of tonight's show?
Well, the whole idea of tonight's show was to have a series of installations that responded to the architecture of this building here and the immediate urban environment. So every piece actually is either film footage within the space at one time or another, or it's filmed around the local area.
Okay, I know you've done similar work elsewhere.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your work to stand aside?
Yes.
Coming together?
So this work I shot with Lovett, my collaborator, and together we're called MoFo, Moving Core, and the piece is actually shot from this corridor down the other end, and it's a zooming in and out of the light at the end of the corridor. So it's called Corridor, and it's all about kind of the architecture of the space, but then the other of the experience of the light at the end of the corridor. So that's
quite simple.
Yeah. Nice and simple. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so now we're at another video.
Yes.
Sarah, who's this video by?
This video is by an artist from Melbourne called Marcia, and it's called Energy Field. And what she does is she installs these two discs or circles within different architectural spaces, and she looks at the way that it actually reflects on that architectural space. And there's a frequency interaction between the two beams, so they play off each other, and the way the space is, the volume of the space actually affects the way that they're pulsating.
Okay.
And so part of the work here, as you can see, is our reflection back in the glass over there. Right. So it's about creating a whole space out of one installation.
I feel like we're in a prison escape film.
Yeah.
We've got over the wall and we want to find you lights are on us.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I'm really enjoying Kann. Can you get some of the shadows, people as they walk past it? Again, I really dig all the shadows.
We like that
amazing.
kind of thing.
So what was her name again?
Marcia, she's just there. She's
Marcia. We've only got 3 minutes, but Marcia, are you here in the audience?
Here she is.
Okay.
Come in, quick. Marcia.
Marcia with a C.
Yeah, hi.
Thanks, Sarah.
Sarah, join us. Don't desert us. Come close.
Okay. Try that one.
Someone going to talk.
Yeah,
nice to meet you, Marcia. I'm Pedro.
Hi, Pedro.
And I love your work.
Thank you.
It's kind of like being a spotlight. So.
Yeah, it has that kind of accidental characteristic. It's not a deliberate thing, but it's something that people tend to find in it.
So what was your initial idea for the actual piece?
The actual piece is, I was thinking about presence and presence of a projection and how the light, how it has a kind of presence on the surface and it's more than just an image on the wall. And
are you talking about up close, really up close? Or?
Up close or even from a distance, that it sort of seems to be something that's kind of hovering on the wall. I'm very interested in the fact that the light comes out to the surface and that's what makes it visible. So the circle was kind of just a restrictive kind of tunnel or kind of peephole to look through, and then I cast a lot of images behind that, and that kind of creates what kind of movement and motion.
This is against a flat wall. Have you ever projected onto different kind of curving walls or different situations? Or?
I haven't tried anything other than flat walls at this time because I've just been in gallery spaces, and this is probably the first time I've really stepped outside gallery space.
I came here expecting a little bit more film projected around curves or wrapping around things.
Yeah.
Most of the videos.
Oh yeah, the projection mapping,
which I've just discovered.
Yeah.
And I've seen it.
Well, I used some here, but just to square it up. So like really in an invisible way. So I threw up a white rectangle and I kind of manipulated the points of it so that even though this projector's coming from the side, these were just squared up. So I used it in a really low-key way. But yeah, I know projection mapping is kind of interesting interaction between objects and projections. Not something I'm using other than in this really kind of functional way.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, Pedro.
See you again. See you again. That's it. Your turn to go.